What's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist and today doing a Master Duel Hero deck profile. So I'm really excited to do this one for you guys because Heroes are an extremely nostalgic deck to play and a really powerful deck to play on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, especially now that we have Flamewing Man Infernal Rage, which is exactly what the deck needed to take it to the next level. So without further ado guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards. I'm getting your name description in a single video, getting a signed cards in the mail, and even getting to request a deck profile every single month to your Patreon. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're going to be playing 3 copies of Elemental Hero Stratos. This card is the best normal summon in the entire deck, because when this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 hero monster from your deck to your hand. We then play 2 copies of Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist is also a definite 2-of in the deck, because this card has the ability that if it's special summon, you can add a change quick play spell from your deck to your hand, and if this card is sent to the graveyard, you get to add a hero monster from your deck to your hand, but you can only get either or of this effect per turn. You cannot get both in the same turn, but this card is a great card to be able to send off your copy of Vision Hero Vion, so you can get an additional search, and also it's a great card to use as fusion material so that you can basically get it in the grave to be able to get that search. We then play a single copy of Liquid Soldier. Liquid Soldier is a really awesome card in this build because if this card is used as a fusion material for a hero monster and sent to the grave or banished, then you can actually draw 2 cards and then discard a card, which is great to just dig into the deck for more cards to be able to use to keep climbing. We then play a single copy of Elemental Hero Neos. This card is amazing to help you make your copy of Shining Neos Wingman, and it's just a really good 1-of in the deck. You usually don't want to see this card in your opening hand, you want to search it, but it's still really good as a 1-of in the build. We then play 3 copies of Vision Hero Ferris. Vision Hero Ferris is great as a starter in the build and just a really good combo piece in the deck, as it has the ability that you can discard 1 other hero monster to special summon this card from your hand, and if it's normal or special summon, you can place a Vision Hero monster from your deck, except another copy of this card, in your spell and trap card zone as a face-up continuous trap, which is a really cool ability to be able to put your copy of Vision Hero Increase, which we play as a 2-of in the build, is a continuous trap face-up on your side of the field. As your copy of Vision Hero Increase has the ability that if it's treated as a continuous trap, then you can tribute a hero monster to special summon this card, and if it's special summon from the spell and trap card zone, then you can special summon a level 4 or lower vision hero monster from your deck, which is a great ability to special summon out our copy of Vision Hero Vion. Vision Hero Vion is definitely a 2-of in the build. I really don't think you need any more than 2 copies of this card. This card is basically walking Foolish Burial with the ability, if this card is normal or special summon, you can send a hero monster from your deck to the graveyard, and it also searches Polymerization, because once per turn, you can banish a hero monster from your graveyard to add a Polymerization from your deck to your hand, which is a really powerful effect to be able to instantly get to your copy of Polymerization off this card's ability. We then play 2 copies of Destiny Hero Malicious. Destiny Hero Malicious is a definite 2-of in the build. You can banish Malicious from the graveyard to special summon another Malicious from the deck. We then play a single copy of Denier. Denier is really good and basically is like the 3rd copy of Malicious, because this card has the ability, if you normal or special summon this card, you can take 1 of your Destiny Hero monsters that's in your deck, graveyard, or that's banished and place it on top of your deck, which can be 1 of your banished Malicious, which is really good to be able to just recycle it and use it all over again, which is just amazing. And also, if you have a Destiny Hero monster on your field or in your graveyard other than a copy of Denier, you can special summon this card from your graveyard, but you can only use that effect once per duel. We then play a single copy of Destiny Hero Plasma. This card is crazy. It does require 3 tributes to special summon out this card, but it's basically like a walking one-sided skill drain and a relinquished all in one, because it can actually equip 1 of your opponent's monsters to this card, and then it gains half the attack points of that monster, and it negates the effects of all monsters on your opponent's side of the field, which is just absolutely amazing. This card can win games on its own. We then play a single copy of Dark Angel, so we can hand Dark Angel to the opponent and make it so they can't use spell cards, which is just absolutely amazing. This card is definitely a 1-of in the build, and it's very easy to combo out your cards and just basically hand this card to your opponent with its ability, and then make it so they can't use spell cards. We then play 3 copies of Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom is definitely a 3-of, just to basically stop your opponent from touching the deck. We also play 3 copies of Max C, which is amazing in this deck. To be able to play 3 copies of Max C, it's still for some reason at 3 in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and basically lets you draw a card every time your opponent special summons, but it's a definite 3-of in the build. So, that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into to the spells. So for the spells, we're going to start with a single copy of Reinforcements of the Army. Rhoda is really good as a 1-of in the deck, basically just to search out the exact hero that you need. We then play a single copy of Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial is great in the deck to get you the exact hero you need in the graveyard, like a copy of Shadow Mist, so you can start searching. We then play a single copy of Polymerization, because it's searchable off your copy of Vion. You really only need a single copy in the build. We play a single copy of Miracle Fusion. This card is searchable off of Sunriser, which is why we play this card as a 1-of in the deck as well. We play a single copy of Crossout Designator and 2 copies of Called by the Grave. These are in the deck just to make sure we don't get hand trapped, and they're just really good options overall, especially your copy of Crossout Designator, to be able to stop cards like Maxi, Ash Blossom, and even Infinite Impermanence that we play in the build. And Call by the Grave is just really good to stop monster hand traps. We then play 2 copies of Fusion Destiny, because it's currently still a 2 in Master Duel, but this card is great to be able to summon out our copy of Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. It's just a fantastic card overall. We then play 3 copies of A Hero Lives. A Hero Lives is amazing in the deck as a 3-of, as a starter, because if you don't control any face-up monsters, you can pay half your life points to special summon a level 4 lower elemental hero monster from your deck, which is usually going to be your copy of Stratos, to be able to search out another hero monster and start comboing off your plays. We then also play 3 copies of Mass Change. Mass Change is definitely a 3-of in the build and has the ability to let you tag out one of your hero monsters of the same attribute into a masked hero version, which is usually going to be one of your dark hero monsters, into a copy of Dark Law. We do play Blast in the extra deck as well, so you can tag out a copy of, say, Stratos into your copy of Masked Hero Blast, which is just really, really good. But this card is amazing in helping you dodge hand traps that target, and it's just really good overall in the deck. So, that's it for the spells, guys. Let's get in to the traps. So for the traps, we're just going to be playing a few, starting off with Favorite Contact. Favorite Contact is an amazing card that basically lets you step into your copy of Shining Neos Wingman, which is really powerful and a card you always want to end on to be able to pop multiple cards on your opponent's side of the field. But this card is really easy to get to with our copy of Infernal Rage, but it has the ability to let you special summon a fusion monster from your extract that mentions a hero monster as a material, ignoring its summoning conditions by placing the fusion materials mentioned on it on the bottom of the deck in any order from among cards in your hand, field, graveyard, and or banished cards, basically from anywhere, which is really cool for this card to be able to do. And if you place a copy of an Element Hero Neos, which we will, into the deck, neither player can return the monster special summoned by this effect back to the extract, which comes up every so often. We then also play 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. Infinite Impermanence is amazing as a 3-of just to stop your opponent's monster effects and also lock down entire columns of spells and traps. This card is a really good hand trap overall. And when the copies of Maxi, Ash Blossom, and this, you're going to have a hand trap for every occasion. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get in to the extra deck. So for the extra deck, guys, we're going to start off with our elemental hero, Flame Wingman, Infernal Rage. So this is a card we just recently got in Master Duel, but it's absolutely crazy because it just takes 2 hero monsters with different attributes, and it must be fusion summoned, and if this card is special summoned, you can add 1 card with a favorite in its name from your deck or graveyard to your hand, which is usually going to be your trap card, Favorite Contact, that you're going to search off this card's ability. You can also tribute this card that was fusion summoned to be a normal monster as material, which is going to be your copy of Elemental Neos, and then special summon a level 7 or lower elemental hero monster from your deck or extract that cannot be normal summoned or set, ignoring its summoning conditions, which is a crazy powerful ability to use with this card. We then play a single copy of Shining Neos Wingman. This card is one of my favorite hero cards because it's so nostalgic, it looks amazing, and it's a crazy powerful boss monster. It has some really cool abilities that it gains 300 attack for each monster in your graveyard, and also it cannot be destroyed by card effects. And if this card is special summoned, then you can destroy cards your opponent controls up to the number of different attributes among the monsters on the field, which is a really cool ability. And it also has the ability, if this card destroys a monster by battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that destroyed monster's original attack, just like the original Flame Wingman. We then play a single copy of Sunrise. Sunrise is really good as a one-of because it does search your copy of Miracle Fusion from your deck to your hand, and it's just a really good card overall for combo to be able to get to the exact cards that you need. We then play a single copy of Wake Up, your Elemental Hero. This card is amazing as a one-of in the build because it helps you OTK your opponent, and it's just a really good card overall. We then play a single copy of Absolute Zero. Absolute Zero is absolutely amazing in this deck because this card has the ability that if this card leaves the field, destroy all monsters that your opponent controls, which is a really cool ability just to basically board wipe your opponent's monsters. We then play a single copy of Escarota. This card is really good as a one-of in the build because it's just a good card to be able to summon out to your side of the field. It gets relatively large because it has the ability this card gains 100 attack for each Elemental Hero monster in your graveyard, which is a pretty cool ability. We then play a single copy of Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. This card is extremely sticky and hard to deal with for your opponent because it has the ability that monsters that your opponent controls lose 200 attack for each hero monster in your graveyard, which you're going to have quite a lot for this card's ability. And also it pops cards on the field and returns itself back to your side of the field if it does get destroyed during the following turn, which is a crazy powerful ability. We then play 2 copies of Dark Law. Dark Law is insane, basically a walking macrocosmos, and if your opponent adds a card from their deck to their hand, you actually get the ability to banish a random card from your opponent's hand, which is a really awesome ability. We then play a single copy of Masked Hero Blast. This card is just a good one-of to tag your copy of Stratos into, and when it's summoned to your side of the field, you can try to face a monster your opponent controls, and its attack becomes half its current attack, which is a really cool ability. We then play a single copy of Dread Decimator. This is just for OTKs because it has the ability this card, and also any hero monster it points to gains 100 attack for each hero monster with a different name in your graveyard, which again is going to be quite a lot with this card's ability, and if this card attacks, it does piercing damage. We then play a single copy of Wonder Driver. Wonder Driver is great to be able to recover our fusion spells, which is just really powerful to be able to do. 1 copy of Infernal Devicer. This card is really good as a one-of, because if it's link summoned, you can reveal any hero fusion monster from your extract, and if you do, add up to 2 materials listed on it with different names from your deck to your hand, which is a really cool ability to use to be able to grab your copy of Neos from your deck to your hand, because it's actually mentioned on Shining Neos Wingman, specifically by name. We then play 2 copies of Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader is just an amazing combo piece overall. It works with our Destiny Hero monsters because if this card is link summoned, you can target a Destiny Hero monster in your grave, special summon it, and then you contribute a Destiny Hero monster to add a hero monster with a different name from your deck to your hand, which is a really cool effect. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. This deck is super fun to play on Master Duel. If you guys have never played Heroes on Master Duel, you should definitely give this deck a try, especially with how powerful it is. It's so fun to be able to play to just combo and make insane boss monsters. And it's one of the most powerful decks that you can actually play that's super, super nostalgic. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell there so you can become part of the notification squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.